What's going on, Raiders? Duelam here, and today we're going to be talking about the Heroes Path event that is not Leonardo. That's right. If you can believe it, Plarium found a way to piss off their player base in a brand new way. So if you're ready, let's get into it. But first, make sure you're clicking that download link or scanning the QR code to get Karato Fox Hunter. The second you start the game, an amazing legendary nuker. At level 10, you're going to be getting Tagore, an amazing epic support character. At level 20, you're going to be getting Fane, who's got some incredible turn meter steal, as well as some pretty crazy damage. And then at level 30, you're going to be getting Vergus, who's a defense-based champion, to help keep your other characters alive. And then this is super important. Day number 1 within the first 24 hours of making your Raid Shadow Legends account. Type in promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong, one of the best free legendaries they have ever given. And if you're on iOS, make sure you're clicking a different link in the description to type in any promo code. All right, yeah, so it was just announced about 4 hours ago that the lovely Heroes Path on Friday, October 10th, is not going to be Leonardo, and it's not going to be Raphael. So kudos to Plarium here for finding new and inventive ways to really piss off your player base without even, like, making something, like, available for an offer. Like, you didn't even have to do it. All you have to do is just release news. That's not the news that everybody thought it was because your incompetence allowed for information to be leaked early, which is pretty annoying, but I understand, like, the leak is not entirely your fault, right? But, like, man, oh man, you could just, you know, fix the issues with just communicating about it, right? That'd be crazy. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Whoa, crazy concept there. All right, Doorkeep's Path event starting on October 10th. That's right. Not Leonardo, but it's the red stars for Granite Doorkeep. Everybody's been clamoring for. That's right. The perfect and split souls for Granite Doorkeep and other valuable goodies. Oh boy, an exclamation point. That's how you know it's exciting. Amazing. You'll be able to earn event points by getting artifacts and summoning champions from shards. That's right. Summoning champions from shards. The rewards you can earn from this event include a 3-star Perfect Soul, as well as a 4-star Perfect Soul, and a 5-star Split Souls for Granite Doorkeep, alongside Titan event points, Basalt, Radiant Sun Lilies, and other items. That's right. Titan event for pizza points. So if you were thinking about skipping this event just because it's for Granite Doorkeep, but you wanted April O'Neil, well, sorry. This is really going to put a damper because it's probably going to be 200 Titan points, or I think like 160 is the normal amount of Titan points for a Hero's Path. So that's really going to put you in a bind. You're going to need to open up shards for a champion chase that's potentially going to be coming, and another shard summoning event that'll probably be coming as well. So you're good and out of resources just in time for them to release Leonardo or Raphael via shards. And you could see this is pretty much the reaction from the community here. Good old Michael Scott. Yeah, that's right. Now, what I will say is there's silver lining to this, right? Look at the bright side, everyone. Plarium warned us not to waste time with April. How thoughtful, how considerate, how generous. We should be on our knees thanking them. That's it. They pretty much told us that's it. There's no point in going for April O'Neil now, which is kind of unfortunate because I actually did want to go for April. Not because she's a good character or anything, but genuinely because I wanted to... why is the screen black? There we go. I've got it. I fixed it right into an offer. That's pretty hilarious. Because I actually wanted April because I do have all of the other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles collab so far. I did get Shredder from opening up mystery shards and won my bracket. I obviously got Michelangelo, and I did fuse Donatello. So I have everybody so far. But if this means I'm not going to be able to get April O'Neil, that's A-okay with me. But the problem is I really wanted April, not for her kit because she's kind of crap, but mainly because I heard you were getting a mythical relic if you got all 6 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crossovers. You also got some other things as well. And boy, oh boy, would I like to get a mythical relic, but not enough to just waste my time with April and fight RNG for this Heroes Path event and deal with opening shards and then not having enough for Leonardo or Raphael and their red stars as well. So the next thing is, feel like some of y'all need to see this again. So I do kind of agree with this as well. FPS Psycho tweeted at Raid Shadow Legends on September 22nd. Raid Shadow Legends responded, so can you please outline what the Leonardo event is going to be so players can decide whether to commit to the fusion or skip it to save for him? The rumors you might have heard about particular events to get particular Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle champions are only partially true. While we do plan those events, which is a Deck of Fate and a Hero's Path for Leonardo and Raphael, the leaked dates are subject to change. We'll announce the correct dates later, closer to the beginning of those events. Now, Plarium is very smart, right? And a big reason and a big way that they have their marketing is fear of missing out marketing, right? FOMO marketing. So that is a big thing that they do, and they have these bait events like that's going on right now, actually, where they have these really, really good sacred pulls and the 25x chance with some really good characters in here. What is this? Hefrak, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, it's Volcanos. I'm an idiot. We got Volcanos. We got Cheshire Cat. We got Grey Coast Turn Drake here as well. We got Duchess, who's an S tier. Reviver, Preva as well. Pretty good. So they do this pretty often where they want to bait you into using your resources, and then guess what? There's the event you've been waiting for, and then now you got to spend to participate in it and be able to get what you wanted to get. So the response here is they've effectively confirmed that Leo and Raph events will be happening. It's just a matter of when. Have some patience, y'all. If they go back on their order for this, then I can understand getting angry. As of now, the event is going until sometime in November. Plenty of time for the Leo and Raph events to roll around still, which I agree with. If I had to guess, I genuinely think that the event to unlock them is not going to come out for a while. So if we go to the news here and we look at Ace Reporter Titan event, this goes from October 6th to October 24th. And now when they originally talked about this crossover, it was going to be happening all the way until I think it was November 3rd or November 6th. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about that. But there's still 2 weeks after that of trying to get either Leonardo or Raphael and Shredder. Shredder hasn't had a guaranteed release either. So I'm presuming it's going to be after this. So you're going to be using all of your resources for Granite, for what's-her-face, April O'Neil. Then they're going to throw Shredder, Leo, and Raph back to back to back at us, is my guess, right? And it's completely a guess, but I do agree with this post. But the problem is, when you have a leak, you kind of have to pivot what you're going to be talking about and your plans for an event when you have a leak that is this specific. And that's what I really, really don't like. But the good news is, just like this top commenter says, well, on a brighter note, more time to collect shards. And right now I am at 35 sacred shards, and roughly, I think when we were talking about Crocad and for his 5 red and Packmaster to get both of them, we were talking roughly about 40 sacred shards to get both, if I'm not mistaken. And then we had like the same thing for Balar of the Lost, which was an unlock form and then a 5 red as well. And that took about 32 sacred shards. So a lot of shards are going to be needed for this, but this just gives us more time. So it's actually not a bad thing altogether. It's just frustrating because of the lack of communication from Plarium, which I understand. And last up, collabs last too long. And I kind of agree with this, but I kind of don't agree with this. Am I the only one losing hype and interest towards CMNT the longer they drag this whole circus for the Leo and Raph event? In my honest opinion, collabs should only last 1 month before the hype disappears and only bitterness remains. The problem is it does have to last the entire time through like a patch, and it has to be a long cycle, right? So I understand why it lasts so long. And I also think some of the negative reaction to this collab is the Leo and the Raph event being leaked and then the dates being changed. And now we have the whole Granite Doorkeep Heroes Path thing going on as well. So I think it might be a little bit of that hidden under this in that anger. And I don't really think it's anger towards how long they've been. If they only lasted a month, then free-to-play players would never have enough resources to do the event. Spaced out like this, they can actually get every Turtle Collab character I want to bother with. Very, very great point there, which I agree with. And then a response to this, it says, or hear me out, lower the requirements to begin with. I'll see myself out, Plarium. Yeah, they're definitely not going to be doing that. They definitely want to make them resource heavy. And frankly, I really like when they're long like this because it gives me an incentive to really like focus into the game for quite a while rather than kind of like being on autopilot when there's a fusion I don't want to go for. And I'm just throwing characters in Minotaur. I'm just doing my daily my daily keys in Clan Boss. I'm doing my daily Fortress keys, and I'm just kind of coasting. I really like when we have constant events like this because it makes the game more fun in my opinion, but I understand the resource sink and I do get it from a person who doesn't spend. I completely understand where your point of view is coming from, but like this post says, just be patient, just wait. We're almost there. We'll get there. I don't know when it is, but whenever it is, we'll be ready. And I have got Sacreds, and guess what? I've got a lot of Immortals as well, and Eternal Soulstones ready to go. So I am very, very excited for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you guys are preparing your best for Leo. Make sure you stay focused. Do not go for this 5 red for Granite Doorkeep unless you are an absolute animal and you have enough resources to do all of them. Hey, go for it. I'm not going to judge you. But until next time, make sure you're clicking that download link. Get started off in Raid Shadow Legends the best way possible. 3 epics, 3 legendaries, one of them being Michelangelo himself, as long as you start before October 30th. Until next time, this has been Duelim.